news regarding the Phoenix Suns, their fans organization. So Chris Paul has been out indefinitely and placed in NBA health and safety protocols due to COVID-19. So basically what's happening, Nate, he has entered the NBA's health and safety protocols and he is out indefinitely. So that is a big concern regarding his availability for the Western Conference Finals. So the NBA rules for coronavirus related isolation periods have evolved throughout the season in correlation with increasing vaccine numbers. If Chris Paul is already vaccinated against COVID-19, he could be facing a shorter absence from the Phoenix Suns. And there was a quote from Monty Williams, and he said, and I quote, "I'm not even going to go there until I have to, so there's no reason for me to be pessimistic at all. We just have to wait and see what's going to happen." And again, Williams also said, and I quote, "Thankfully, we put ourselves in a position where we have time. But at the same time, as the coach, I have to think through those scenarios. I've thought a lot about it. We haven't made a decision yet because we don't have to, but it is a process for me to think about who starts in the rotation after it." And yeah, Nate, obviously, the Phoenix Suns did put themselves in a good situation that gives them that can have them be optimistic about it. They ended up sweeping, I believe, the Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets, yeah.
Right. They ended up sweeping the Denver Nuggets, which gives them a lot more time to wait and see how the Western Conference semis is going to turn out, Nate, and see who goes to the Western Conference Finals between the Utah Jazz and the LA Clippers. They got a couple more games before that series might end, or possibly three if it goes to Game 7. But the protocols are the league's playbook for handling all matters related to coronavirus this season. And there have been examples of players missing multiple weeks after a positive COVID-19 test. There have also been examples of players missing very short amounts of time for matters such as contact tracing investigations. And in March, the NBA relaxed some of those protocols that were put into place in the fall, doing so in response to the players and coaches choosing to receive the COVID-19 vaccination. So you know what, Nate? I'm gonna start off first, but before I do, the source for this article is ESPN News Services. So let me start off first with this. Okay, first of all, I do wish Chris Paul the best of luck, and I hope that he will be able to return sooner rather than later. So I will say this: the Phoenix Suns are very, very fortunate that they are in this situation, that they are in the position that they're in. They're very fortunate that they ended up sweeping the Denver Nuggets because now they got time. They have time to Chris Paul's got time to, like whatever the case might be, to enter back in to the with the Phoenix Suns. And not only that, if he cannot play for the Western Conference Finals, Monty Williams, as good as a coach as he is, he has even more time to prepare for that. And like you said, he's been thinking about it a lot, who to start, who not to. A guy like Cameron Payne has been doing a very good job in this series, so again, he might be a potential starter if that's the case as well. They might move Devin Booker to point guard. I don't think that's going to happen. He probably will just stay at shooting guard. But overall, Nate, if I'm the Phoenix Suns, as of now, we're aware of the situation. Just be calm with it, Just plan ahead of just obviously be one step forward and don't panic over it, And that's what Monty Williams is not doing that. He's not panicking. He's preparing for it if that's the case. If we go in without Chris Paul, what to do. And again, they got the time. They got time on their side, which is a very, very good thing. If they ended up going 7 games with the Nuggets, most likely Chris Paul's missing a few games. And that's very crucial to the Phoenix Suns because I talked about how important Chris Paul has been to this team as a leader, especially this season. He's been doing absolutely amazing. So again, I look at it, Nate, and they do have time on their hands, and it is obviously a very scary situation for the Phoenix Suns, trying to figure out if Chris Paul is going to play or not, but they do have time on their hand, which is a good thing, and hopefully that time is enough for Chris Paul to return back to the team. So overall, regardless of that, one more thing I do want to say is I hope that Chris Paul did get vaccinated because that's even a shorter time to opposed to where if he didn't, it would have been probably a lot longer. But again, it's also factors on, again, the whole incident itself, the situation, how whether he caught it or not, which it doesn't say in this article. So overall, again, I do hope that Chris Paul will be able to return to the Phoenix Suns in time for the start of the Western Conference Finals because, again, he has been very entertaining throughout these playoffs. He's been a very good leader. He's been doing, obviously, a lot for the Phoenix Suns. So we'll see how that turns out. But with that being said, I wish Chris Paul the best of luck. Again, I hope that this isn't something very serious to the point where Chris Paul has to miss the Western Conference Finals. I hope that's not the case. And as to the Phoenix Suns, I do wish you guys the best of luck regardless.
Yeah, best of luck to Chris Paul. Yeah, there isn't any information on whether or not he got COVID or he has a vaccine or what happened with any of that. So, unfortunately, we can't tell you these things. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Mario. They're very lucky. And had that been in the series, I think we would be having a different conversation. Um, but yeah, like you said, it gives them more time to prepare. Most likely they're probably gonna not play. They're gonna play game one without Chris Paul. That is if he wasn't vaccinated. Like it said, if he was vaccinated, he can have shorter absence. Which let's hope that's the case. But again, we don't know if he is or not. But yeah, overall, Mario, it is a scary situation. But again, you just gotta prepare for the worst. Next man up, you gotta survive. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? You gotta prepare for the worst, and that's just that. So overall, that's really all I have to say about it. You basically touched up on you basically got everything else. So I won't really repeat myself. So with that being said, best of luck to the Phoenix Suns and best of luck to Chris Paul. And we'll see what happens from here.